What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, and we have a lot to cover today. We're going to be talking about the trip we have coming up next weekend. Yes, I know, another October trip. It's nuts, which makes 3 trips this month. We did say when we were getting back to routine, we were kind of playing catch up on a lot of things. So, yes, we are making 3 San Antonio trips in 1 month. It's nuts, I know. Next week, we will be going back to San Antonio. We recently, it's the first of the month, we went. And last weekend we went, and now next weekend we're going back. We're really excited to be able to go back. Last couple of weeks, we've taken Six Flags trips with Asher's siblings. This past week, we took his big sister. She didn't do too hot. Behavior-wise, everything else-wise, she did really good. But we're going to be taking a trip this next coming up weekend, which will be with just us and Asher. This is our first Halloween trip that we've taken with him. This is actually our first Halloween trip that we've taken all together. We're just kind of throwing him in the mix. Originally, he wasn't slated to be, able to go, but due to some things and talking with his mom, we were able to work something out with her. So it works out really good. So it works out great for her. She wants to go see a concert. We want to take them to Six Flags. It's a win-win. So this next weekend, we'll be going back to SeaWorld San Antonio and Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. We will be, since there is an ACE event at SeaWorld on Saturday, we are obviously not going to be there. We went to these events. We know how packed they can get and how they can just be really, really frustrating for people on the outside in. So we're going to be going to Fiesta, Texas during that time. And we'll be there all day Saturday, riding rides, and we'll be doing something a lot different than we did last trip because we had like 3 kids with us last trip. So this trip, we're going to be getting all the scare zones in their final form, because this is the last week that Six Flags can make any adjustments to Fright Fest. So pretty much everything they wanted to add to Fright Fest, putting all their cards out on the table, this is the last week because it's the week of Halloween. So it's kind of like a make or break type of thing for them. So we're going to go through and look at all the scare zones and get videos of them so we can see what they look like now compared to what they look like on opening day. And then at a later date, we'll do a compare and contrast video. We will not be going to Over Texas. Over Texas is right now it's still in a really good spot, still doing really good. But it's in a spot to where we really don't feel the need to have to visit. One, based on time, we just don't have time to go to 3 parks in 2 days. It's too crazy. We could do, 2 parks in 1 day and then hit Over Texas 1 day, but it's just, I don't really feel like Asher would get the best experience out of that because he wants to see the fireworks show. This is this kid's news thing. After he's seen it, he came over to the house today and he wanted to watch it. And 3 times later, he's still watching it. So it's just a thing. It's his show. So we obviously had to take him back down there so we could let him see it again 2 more times. So Saturday we will be at Fiesta, Texas. Sunday we will start out at SeaWorld and end at Fiesta, Texas, just like we did last weekend. There's a reason why behind that. We want to take them back to SeaWorld so that way we can do the things we didn't necessarily get the opportunity to do last weekend, like ride some of the rides. He didn't get to ride any of the rides at SeaWorld because the lines were just too crazy. So we're taking them back there. We're hitting the kiddie rides and stuff first. We're still going to do a well show. I do believe we're going to be getting a seat to where we can actually get a video for it. I think we might actually end up streaming it on my Facebook page. That is linked in the description below, as well as the fireworks show. The video we made on the fireworks was opening night, opening weekend. We got like 3 different videos to try to cut out and edit it up for it. But I feel like we're going to get another video of the fireworks during this time, so that way we can kind of put out what it looks like when it's all said and done. The fireworks show is definitely better now than it was opening weekend, so we feel like it's necessary to give the park its credit where credit's due. And broadcasting a fireworks show that's only half done is probably really not good quality for the park as well. So that's something we're going to go do. We really wanted to get some good close-ups, which is the reason why we're getting two fireworks shows. We're going to get one fireworks show up close, and then we're going to do one in our spot where we can get the full view of everything. And then when we come home, we're going to edit it up and upload it for you guys. That pretty much covers it. That's pretty much it for next weekend. Fiesta Texas and SeaWorld. After that, it gets a little complicated because we don't have any trips in the month of November until our winter vacation, our pre-winter vacation, which is the opening of Holiday in the Park. Holiday in the Park opens up on November the 20th. So that is on a Saturday. Unfortunately, we will not be able to be there because of my work schedule. I work that weekend. So we will be going the following weekend. The following weekend is actually better for us because it's Thanksgiving, which I get a 4-day weekend. So it's even better. We're going to have a short little Thanksgiving dinner at my dad's house, and then we're going to leave from there pretty early, probably about 3, and start making our way to San Antonio. So we will have 3 park days in San Antonio instead of 2, which is really, really good because it means we get to spend a full day at both parks and then a half a day at both parks. So it works out really good. Oh, excuse me. Let me correct that. We're going to spend a full day at Fiesta Texas, a full day at SeaWorld, and then we'll be going to Six Flags Over Texas that Sunday to close it out. There's a reason why we wanted to go to Over Texas because as of right now, 2 of the main attractions that I like to ride are down. One is Titan. The other one is Freeze. There's nothing mechanically wrong with Freeze. It's just undergoing a paint job, which is needed for far too long. Anybody that's been in this channel know that I have said Freeze has needed a paint job for far too long. Well, now it's happening. The last time we checked, Ron, the park president, posted on Facebook pictures of the video, pictures of the ride. I'm going to post it up now so you guys can see it. It actually looks good. I kind of get the Six Flags St. Louis vibes off of it with the blue track. I commented and told him that it would look really cool if the support beams were black instead of blue, instead of red. So let me know in the comments what colors you guys think it should be. Titan's lift hill chain actually snapped while testing a few days back. There was actually a Six Flags employee on the ride when it snapped. Luckily, there was no injuries or anything, so the employee was fine. Unfortunately, the ride is down, and it will probably be down for an extended period of time, depending on when they get the new chain and when they get it installed. So we don't expect that ride to be up and running till probably we go back in November. So that's another reason why we're not making the stop there next weekend. November, Thanksgiving trip, really, really cool. It'll be Asher's winter vacation, so to speak, Holiday in the Park. We want to do all 3 parks because last year we didn't get to do SeaWorld because we got rained out. They actually ended up closing the park right before dark, too, before we could see all the Christmas lights and stuff. So he didn't get to do anything Christmas at SeaWorld last year. And we really didn't spend a lot of time at Fiesta Texas except maybe 1 day there. So we're definitely going to be doing a little bit different this year. Our winter vacation, we were talking about probably taking a trip out of state, going, to some other places, but based on what's going to start happening at the beginning of the year, we figured we would save that trip for when we have a special person with us, somebody special with us, to take them on that trip because we feel like they would enjoy it a lot more with us than just us going by ourselves. Our winter vacation will start on Christmas Day. We go down, we visit Megan's family like we always do. It's just a sacrifice we have to make. So we go and we do that, and then we'll be in San Antonio for nearly a week. We will stay all the way up until the 31st. That'll be from the 26th to the 31st of December. I'm actually off on plant shutdown, so the whole plant is shut down. No worries. And I go back to work on the 2nd. We'll be heading home on New Year's Day. With that being said, there are no trips planned for 2022 for the foreseeable future. There will be a couple of times, maybe a weekend or 2, where we will stop in probably over Texas or something for a day or 2, just to kind of chill out. We had talked about going to the Mardi Gras event and Fiesta, Texas next year because we didn't get to do anything this year because of COVID. So we definitely want to make up for it next year. But as it stands, when January hits, we probably won't take any planned trips for at least a couple of months because we're getting the house ready for my daughter. And we're getting everything legally lined up for that. So it's a very long, drawn-out process, which costs a lot of money. And so the money we would spend on these extra trips, we were just going to spend on that. But we will keep our passes current, so that way if we do just decide to randomly, hey, let's take a weekend off and, go here or go there, we'll just get up and go do it. So there is that. But I don't think there's any trip plans until Mardi Gras, which is sometimes at the end of winter, because we all know winter in the South is cold, wet, and rainy, and they're talking about possibly snow. But I don't take things likely. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh well. But we're really excited about taking the winter vacation down there in San Antonio for a week, which we've never been more than 3 days. We felt like we owed it to Fiesta, Texas, being the fact that it's one of the parks we usually visit the most. And given the fact of how sick I was and we weren't able to make trips, that we spent our entire winter vacation there, because last year we spent our entirety of our winter vacation was in Arlington and Dallas, Texas. We went to Six Flags a few days, but this year we're going to mix it up. We're going to go to Fiesta, Texas for a few days and SeaWorld for a couple of days, and just do some random stuff around there. Unfortunately, Asher will not be able to come with us. That's why his winter vacation is in November. So Mike, if you're watching, we'll be there for a whole freaking week. So we have plenty of time to do whatever the hell we want to do. So we can take over San Antonio if we wanted to. We could create a new park. We might even stop by ZDT's. Who knows? If they're even open. Megan said something about going to Galveston Pier, but I told her no, through the tropical winds that come off the ocean during that time of the year. Not really pleasant for me. I'd be bundled up looking like the kid from A Christmas Story. So that's going to do it for this one. That's our trips, laying out all of our trips for the rest of the year. Next weekend, November and December. A lot of busy stuff happening in 2022, but we'll play it by ear. And once we have everything legally taken care of, we will make a video on our vacation, because as soon as we have her, we're going on vacation. I have like 5 weeks of vacation saved up for it. So we're going to take all of it, and we're just probably going to end up going to like Carowinds and Busch Gardens and Dollywood and Six Flags Over Georgia. We're going to a whole bunch of places when we're out and about doing that. So that's going to do it for this one, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. And, oh yeah, I almost forgot to say, we're going to be doing a SeaWorld video this week. Strictly a SeaWorld review video. I do realize in the past I did one this year when I was sick. And I think we actually ended up leaving the park early because it was just too hot. And it was the worst drive home ever. 7 hours, feeling dizzy and tired. It's just not the way to go. So I ended up ending the video early without even finishing the review. So we're going back to SeaWorld this next weekend, and we're doing a full park review. I'm actually going to ride the kid rides with Asher, and then after that, I'm going to split. And I'm going to go do the park review of the entire damn thing. So that's what we're going to do next weekend. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, smash the like button. If you're not already subscribed, turn on notifications, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.